Hey guys, it's Caleb, and welcome to Traditional Domestic Discipline. Today, I want to discuss a particular subject within the domestic discipline community that doesn't really get talked about a whole lot. Sometimes I ask myself, what are the deeper things of domestic discipline? What's so appealing about it? Why do so many women who enter into domestic discipline relationships end up so much happier than they were before they got into domestic discipline? And I think I know the answer. Now, women will say safety, security, the feeling of being loved, all that sort of stuff, and all that's true. All that's very true. But what I think it comes down to is loyalty. Domestic discipline, at its core, is loyalty. And that loyalty is there whether you're in a domestic discipline relationship with your girlfriend, your wife, or whether you're just on the mentoring side of the domestic discipline business like I personally dabbled into for a while. I can tell you that I have never spanked a woman and not felt a much stronger bond with her afterwards. It's just never happened. It's true when I've spanked girlfriends. It's true when I was in the DD business and I was mentoring. I had a few girls I was mentoring for a while. And it's true when you even spank a female friend. I've spanked a couple of female friends who I had no romantic interest in, and who were not a part of the mentoring side of my business. They were just female friends, but I spanked them for real reasons, real domestic discipline reasons. Every single time I spanked a woman, our bond went to a new level. It just strengthened our bond. I mean, when you spank a woman, actually, let me start over. If you're spanking a woman just because you're just trying to be domineering and all that stuff, then it's a different energy, then it's a bad energy. But when you spank a woman for a disciplinary reason, because you actually care about her and care about what's going on with her at that very moment, there's just few things that can bring you closer together than that experience. The feeling of being loved and secure and all that, if it wasn't there before, it's going to be there now. If it was there before, it's going to intensify. Like the bond you develop in these situations makes both you and the woman intensely loyal to each other in a way that maybe couldn't have even been possible before. It's something you almost can't even put into words. Domestic discipline does something more than just correct behavior. It does something for the person's soul, both for the woman receiving the spanking and for the man giving it out. Now, I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and tell you that I'm the world's foremost experts when it comes to domestic discipline spanking. I am not. Guys like Michael Masterson, Kyle Johnson, Dallas have spanked and disciplined way more women than I could ever even think about. And they have more knowledge about domestic discipline in one of their pinky fingers than I have in my whole body. So I'm not trying to set myself up as just this great king of domestic discipline type of dude. But I've been around long enough, and I've spanked enough women for disciplinary reasons to know the lay of the land. When you spank a woman because you care about her, she knows that she can come to you about anything. That bond is so strong after that that there's just nothing that's really ever going to break that bond between you and her, unless you do something really, really, really stupid. Like unless it turns out that you're like secretly embezzling funds from her bank account or something real crazy like that, right? When you spank a woman out of love, the loyalty between you, the two of you, whatever that loyalty is, intensifies, whether that's a romantic loyalty, a friendship loyalty, a mentorship loyalty, whatever it is. Even if it's just a woman that's come to see you once to get disciplined and she'll never see you again, you still have a sort of forever bond with her that really can't be broken. And I think that's the beauty of domestic discipline. A woman who is disciplined in a loving way feels a sense of loyalty to the man who's disciplining her, and she feels a sense of loyalty from the man who's disciplining her. And it's an intense level of loyalty that very few other activities and very few other lifestyles can replicate. I truly wish everybody could really benefit from be in the domestic discipline lifestyle and benefit from it. Unfortunately, that's not the case, but who knows? Maybe someday it will be. So that's been today's podcast. Now I'm going to start up the podcast again. However, I'm going to do them for paid members only, I believe. Some point in the next couple of months, I'm going to switch the podcast over to paid members only. Now, everybody will still be able to read most of my writings for free. You know, I very rarely will put my writings behind a paywall, but at some point, probably in the early part of fall, maybe late September, I'm going to start putting these podcasts that I'm doing like this here behind a paywall. So I just want you guys to be ready for that. But that's what domestic discipline is. At the end of the day, it's just loyalty. It's love, it's security, it's protection. But that love and security and protection stem from the loyalty that comes with it. That's my read on it. All right, guys, have a good day.